My dear brothers and sisters, a few words of reflection together with you. As I was hearing the readings or reflecting on it, I just had this little idea, if you call it. We have the Old Testament reading when we had the destruction of the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, because people were not listening to God and their life was not so good, all that. And we have the gospel reading where Jesus calms the storm and the sea. You will see in the Old Testament readings prior to Jesus, lot of insistence on justice. Justice. You do good, you deserve it. You deserve God's grace. If you do not, punishment is waiting for you. In quite a few instances I can recall, maybe may not have time for that, but the justice part was insisted upon. You come to the New Testament period, and which is the opening of for the entire world, that Jesus, that is God, has come down in the midst of you, and I am a merciful Lord, and you seek mercy, you will get. Ask, you will receive. That's what I am here. I'm sure all of us are here. We have the gospel reading. Just to recall, please, that as the disciples with Jesus were traveling by a boat, and then a storm of waves and winds started blowing over the boat, and Jesus was asleep. He was not pretending. He was very tired, I suppose, for all the day's work, and he was resting. And the disciples thought, why to see? All the disciples, most of them were fishermen, got used to the sea, the rough sea, all that. Okay. So they thought they will negotiate the boat through the winds. They tried without disturbing their Lord and Master Jesus, but then they couldn't. They found it is impossible to survive. When that particular point reached, they have to resort to for the help of Jesus. They ran to him, or they woke him up. Master, are you not concerned that we are perishing? No? And what matters, dear brothers and sisters, as I said, Jesus was asleep. He indirectly knows that that they have to come to him. But that does not mean that he pretended. Okay. And all that, Jesus, in fact, never sleeps. No, he is always concerned about each one of us. But then he expects, as it were, a real brother to all of us, or real father at home for a daughter or a son, to ask. No, he will give. But the father, when the son or daughter asks that I want daddy this, the parents or the father is overwhelmed with joy. Now my son or my daughter is dependent on me. I must pour out my love towards them. The same principle is followed when Jesus came here into this world to tell us, ask, you will receive. Definitely. I'm sure all of us got that confidence. But also, in this gospel message today, we have that little idea added to that. Sometimes it is possible that a desire that we have, or a particular thing that has to be done in the family, or we suffer something from all that, and we want God to relieve us from that trouble, sickness maybe, or financial, any of that thing, and we look for the God's grace to flow and be rid of any sufferings that we have. But remember, these disciples did not disturb Jesus in the beginning. And our prayer also, Jesus will somehow or other grant my desire, will help me in this situation. And when we go to Him, go to Jesus, He says, I cannot refuse at all. I cannot refuse. There is a little moment of crisis, if you call it, or what you call it, impasse, no? Where nothing happening and I don't know where I'm going, like, a situation of helplessness. It can be in our lives at times. I'm looking for a remedy or a solution to this a problem of mine, and nothing happening. In other words, a period of desolation, if you call it, in an extreme level, or it maybe could be, at a time that everything looks restlessness like. It is there and then and there, dear brothers and sisters. I'm sure that we require to exercise our faith in Jesus. Faith that Jesus is by my side, and all that perhaps He will desire is as a brother and sister to Him, to reach out to Him. That is where we are here, with the intercession of Saint Anthony. We have a great devotion to Saint Anthony because he seemed to have a better place with Jesus to ask and then get what we want. Very much the experience of millions of people all through these few centuries after the remembering Saint Anthony's power of miracles, as well the power of intercession with Jesus. We are here. So can we just for a while close our eyes, just for a while, and then present to Him, of course, through the intercession of our patron saint, to Jesus directly, as the disciples called Him, Master, are you not concerned that we are perishing? Of course, we are not in the disastrous position, but let's just express one or two or a few quickly to Jesus, silently. Not that all of us have got troubles, but all the same, there could be always a better position in our lives, thanks to the intercession of our blessed of Saint Anthony. Loving Jesus, our brother, we are here. We have before us Saint Anthony to praying for us at your throne on behalf of everyone here, with our family members, friends and relatives, everybody we can bring together. We are presenting ourselves to you, dear Jesus. We have the intercession of our Blessed Mother and the patron of family, Saint Joseph. Please, as you were gracious towards calming the sea and the storm, we would like to request you, dear Jesus, be ever with us. We are presenting to you particularly these problems from each one of us. Thank you, Jesus.